Hi everyone, in this video I will explain how you can track one domain and its subdomains in the same website. So probably everyone knows how to go through these techniques, right? So there's nothing to do, just copy and paste the tracking code on your domain and subdomain, so everybody knows how to do that. But most of the people don't know actually what those two features are for, and that's what this video is going to be about. So I have here one website, which is this domain. If I look at the source code, I will find out that I have my tracking code, which is up here. Actually, I should not see this line anymore, so I'm just gonna refresh my page. I'm gonna clear the cache, and so I'm looking it back. So let's do it again. So if I look here, okay, so I don't have my cookie here. I'm gonna as well probably clear my cookies. So here I have all my cookies. I'm gonna clear all them up. Okay, and I have actually a second website. So this is my subdomain. I'm gonna clear my cookie as well up here. Yep. So that is done. So it's blockly dot my domain name, and if I look at the source code, I will see that I have my tracking code up here. Okay, so let's get started. So what's going to happen is if a user is going on my website, okay, so I have the same, as you can see, there's the same ID, right? It's site ID number 1, and up here it's the same, it's site ID number number 1, right? And it corresponds actually to this entity. And what I will do is I will use this given, let's say, extension in order to simulate a brand new browser. So I'm going to go for Internet Explorer, and that's it. So now I'm on Internet Explorer. So what I will do is I'm going to go on my website. So I'm just going to look for it. So let's say my first name and family name. Okay, and I go on it, right? So that's what I just did right now. So no thanks. So let's click on it. So I'm landing on this website with Internet Explorer. So normally if I refresh my page up here, I should see Internet Explorer. I should see my visit. Okay, lovely. So my visit is appearing here, and now I would like to go to the subdomain. So I'm gonna do exactly the same thing, and I'm just gonna go for blockly.my, let's say, domain name. So blockly.my domain name. So, okay, I'm taking it, and now let's go on it straight away. So now I just reached the website. So both have the same tracking code. Let's see how my Matomo is reacting to that. So they both share the same tracking ID, and what you can see, there's not much difference actually. You have it's counted as the same visitor, so no problem, because I guess the thing is they are looking at the configuration of my browser and doing fingerprinting in order to recognize that it comes from the same user. Because if we look up here and that we look at, let's say, the different cookies which have been set. So here I have my ID, and I can see that it's 2237. So that's my ID. And if I look up here, it's it's ID, it's DB0F and something. So I guess that what Matomo did here is that it noticed that actually it was the same configuration and matched the two of them. But let's say it's kind of dangerous to do that, and that's exactly what this to me this feature is about. This is about sharing the cookies, the ID cookies, between the two domain and, let's say, between the domain and the subdomain, in order to make it match and to have less data discrepancies. So here, of course, we could not really see it, but that's what this line of code allows you not to have. But let's look at this one. Right? This one is kind of interesting because it tells Matomo the website domain, so that clicks of the domains are not tracked as outlink. So what I did here is that I added a link up here, which goes toward my Blockly website. So normally if I click over here, I will go to Blockly, which is the case here. And what's gonna happen, as I did not set this tracking code up, I will see that I have an outlink which is counted. So this is what happened here. You see I have an outlink which is tracked, and that's problematic because if you have kind of one domain and one subdomain which are closely linked together, which means that users are easily going back and forth from one another, it means that your number of actions is going to go up, and you probably do not want to track this interaction, as you already decided that both will belong to the same entity in Matomo. So here, for example, we have like a double information which is entered, which is, of course, the fact that you went on this page, but you know already that because you went on this page, probably clicks on the links which send him toward this link. So actually this information is kind of useless. So that's what I wanted to show you. What I will do now is I'm going to modify actually the two tracking codes. So in order to modify the tracking code, what you need to do is to use the set cookie domain, and you need as well to set the set domain. So we're gonna just take those information out. I'm just gonna go over here under my tracking code. Yep, and I'm gonna adjust. So here they are just the two of them before the track page view. So I'm just gonna copy and paste it over here. Here, instead of example.com, it's gonna be my domain. Okay, and here as well, it's gonna be my domain. So okay, done. So that should be fine for my main domain. And now let's do it here. So same thing. It's just gonna be before the page view. So I'm just gonna do this part here, and let's do it like this. Okay, so now normally both my so both my website are now cleansed. So if I look at the source code, I will see that that it didn't took it into consideration. So I'm just gonna refresh it again and again, and probably this time it's gonna work. So interesting. So it expired. So just gonna yeah. Yeah, sorry for that. So let's go back over here and let's take the tracking code we were looking at. So that's yes. So this part, and I'm adding it back. Okay. Okay, so now it should be fine. So if I refresh it and okay, so now I have it here and I have it over here normally on Blockly as well. So okay, great. So now it's okay. So what I will do now is I'm just gonna clear the cookies. So up, and I'm gonna clear all of them, and I'm gonna do exactly the same thing regarding this part. So up and clean them. Okay, so let's start back. Now instead of Internet Explorer, I'm gonna take what could I take? I'm gonna take Microsoft Edge, and I'm gonna keep on Windows, and let's go with this. So same scenario. I'm gonna go on my website. I'm gonna see how it looks like, and then I'm gonna go on the other one. So let's see how it goes. So I go on my website. So okay, so normally I should be registered as a brand new user. So let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm a brand new user. So yep. So same thing now. I'm gonna look for my Blockly okay, pick these parts up and okay, so I reach my website, and if I look at how it goes here, normally that should be the second action of this given user. Okay, great. So now let's look at the different cookies. So so if I look over here and I look at here, I should see, so the ID here is 9F, okay, 9F something. And if I look over here, it should be, I don't know, let's see if it works. It should be 9F 9837, so it seems that it's exactly the same. 9837. Okay, so perfect. So here what it means, as you can see, that the cookies has been shared between let's say the two websites. So now if I click here on my domain name, and if it goes over here, normally I should not see it as an outlink. Let's see if it works. Yeah, great. So you see it did not registered as an outlink. So it's great, actually. It seems that it's working out. I can maybe try it out in the other way around. So now I'm on my website. If I go down, and if I look at so I had one here, and if I look over here and Blockly and okay, great. So it works actually. No outlinks are registered from one to another one. So that's great. This is what we wanted to achieve. What can I say in extra here? Well, yeah, it's true that in this given example, it's kind of hard to clearly identify what is the problem with, let's say, the cookie sharing and where you should use it. As I said, I should have probably maybe tried to change something within the user agent in order to always keep, let's say, the cookies active, and see that even if I change, let's say, something to my configuration, it will keep tracking the user, because the cookies will be set on the browser level. So I would say, from what I understood, is that using the sharing tracking cookie feature is really here in order to ensure that actually the number of visitors will always be correct, or at least will be close to the reality. And that if you don't use this feature, you may actually have some visitors which are counted twice in some exceptional cases that I did not yet succeed to, let's say, clearly identify. And this line of code is really here in order to not count the own clicks. I really hope I will have the possibility to make other videos explaining how you can use the other techniques here. Thanks for watching.